Okay. Hello, how you doing?
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Hello, how you doing?
Fine, thank
Name's
you.
Corey.
So,
Corey.
Colin.
Yes.
Okay.
Kwame.
Saturday.
Ama.
Makes it easier.
Monday, bro.
In the middle of
Friday.
the day of the
Friday
week you're
morning.
born on is your middle day.
Friday, bro.
Friday.
Yeah.
Kwame Thea. I like it.
Friday is
If you are proof there, Saturday is Friday. Proof.
Oh, Kofi. That's what it is. Okay, Kofi. I like that even better.
Okay.
She'll take
So
you
I'll take you through. Welcome to the house and the residence of Dr. Dubois. This was the house he lived for only 2 years. This house was a gift to him by Ghana's first president, Osadifo Dr. Papikuma, in the year 1961. He was invited to come here and edit a document called the Encyclopedia Africana Dictionary of African Biography. And that document was to tell the histories of Africans, who they are, what they have, what they can use their resources for all descendants of Africa to come as one to have a common goal, which is to fight for their rights, their freedom, and their health. So you may ask, who is Dr. Dubois? He was a Pan-African leader, a civil rights activist, a communist, a man who fought for blacks and Africans' freedom as a whole. When he came to Ghana at an old age, spent his last 2 years in this house, came here at the age of 93 and died at the age of 95, right here in this house in the bedroom. He was born on the 23rd February 1860. So he died right in this house. But when he was coming to this house, he didn't come alone, but with a second wife, Shirley Graham Dubois. And Shirley lived longer in this house than Dr. Dubois himself. During the death and the burial, Shirley was still living in this house till 1966, when Nkrumah was overthrown by military government. It wasn't safe for her to live in this house, so she had to travel out. They are now in their house, and this place used to be their living room. We had this living room with original teacups and cabinets used by Dr. Dubois in the family. Yes. In this house, we have 7 rooms. We'll be going through all the 7 rooms. Pictures are allowed except in 2 rooms. That's in his personal library and the bedroom. So when we get there, I'll prompt you, but please feel free to take pictures as first access.
We come back in this room.
Yes. You can have a look around and continue without.
Okay.
How long you been a tour guide?
Pardon?
How long you been a tour guide?
Just for 5 months.
Nice. Very cool. Do you read up a lot about W.E.B. Du Bois?
I haven't done so much reading now about this particular person. I thought he's from the States. Is he?
Yes.
Yes, he's from Massachusetts, Great
Yeah,
Barrington.
I thought so. Okay.
We have the kitchen block right here, and this hole we see here leads to the kitchen. When food is being prepared, it's being brought through this hole, then to the dining room. Calvin Nkrumah. Phil Malcolm X says, I'm for truth no matter who tells it. I'm for justice no matter who it is for or against. I'm human being first and foremost, and as such, I'm for whoever and whatever benefits humanity as a whole. Are we still fighting for right and justice? Are we doing things to benefit humanity, or we are doing things to benefit ourselves only? If not ourselves, then money. Now we prefer to choose money over family. If you don't have money, you won't gain justice. Are we on the right path? As I said, when he was coming, he came with the second wife, Shirley Graham. So we have the picture to prove their first arrival in Ghana. So that's Shirley Graham, and that's Dr. Dubois at the age of 93.
She was younger than him.
Yes, he was 29, older than Shirley when they got married. And that's Nkrumah, Ghana's first president. On the 23rd February 1963, he celebrated his last birthday and 95th birthday. And this picture we see right here was taken right here in this room. So you can tell from the doors and the windows that they are the ones who are using to read. That's Shirley, Dr. Dubois, Nkrumah. We have Fatia Nkrumah, that's the Egyptian wife of Nkrumah. And this cane is having right here, it's a birthday gift from China. When we get to the bedroom, we get to see more of the birthday gifts and get to know more about them. So with Dr. Dubois and Nkrumah, they were having a father and a son relationship. Even though their age intervals was quite huge, but they were that close. Auntie Grace, open your beer. Sister Cecilia, Patrick, Auntie Grace here from. When he came to Ghana, he was being honored by the University of Ghana, Legon, a robe he wore when he was being honored by the university. We also have the robe in the bedroom. When we get there, we have a prayer room. Malcolm X came to Ghana to see Nkrumah. By then, Nkrumah was overthrown by military government. He met Shirley, the second wife of Dr. Dubois, and this picture was taken. But guess what? When Malcolm left, he said he met Nkrumah in secret. So they had the chance to meet before he left. Right here we have Yolanda Dubois with Dr. Dubois and the first wife, Nina Goma. They had two kids, a boy and a girl. The boy died only 18 months after birth, and the girl lived to the age of 60 years. She died due to heart attack in the year 1961. The same year Dr. Dubois was preparing to come to Ghana, so he was sad he had to bury his only daughter before coming. She completed first university just like his father. Dubois' message: now is the accepted time, not tomorrow, not some more convenient season. It is today that our best work can be done, and not some future days nor future years. Tomorrow comes the harvest and the playtime. So Dr. Dubois is telling you, if you have plans, if you have something done, start now. Don't wait till you are old, or you can even lift a finger. Then you start to live in regret. Plan today, harvest tomorrow, and enjoy.
Nice. Take a picture.
We have the life story of Dr. Dubois. He lived for Nkrumah.
Okay.
From when he was a little boy in a stranger, how he worked, grew up, yet came to Ghana, how Ghanaians received him and showed him love till old age.
Wow.
This was here when he lived here?
No, please.
They added it after,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But it was written by Dr. Dubois himself.
Okay.
Okay.
That's very nice.
We good?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a nice picture. Take.
Now please head into the personal library. Okay.
It's a library, huh? Take some
This
communism.
is the personal library, so no photos, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, it's no. Okay.
And every room's been preserved
Yes.
to its original state. Okay.
It's only the painting that changed.
So what are we looking at? It's a lot of women on the walls.
Oh, okay.
Was there a movie made about this woman? African Queen, Amina Queen of Zaria.
Okay, believe the African warrior, the African queen is mostly about this people.
Yes.
Two-Face.
Pardon?
Wait, African Queen.
Queen,
Like
yes.
Two-Face.
Yes.
Ah, Really?
And it was about most of the accounts.
See.
Just to help them fight
He's
for
not so faithful to his wife.
So I go. Oh, okay. So I go. It's used to seek people's attention.
Okay.
So when I say I go, we respond by saying Ame.
Ame.
Just like hello, hi.
Okay.
So can we try?
Yeah.
Okay, I go.
Ame.
Okay, and Aquaba. Hope you understand that.
Yes, welcome.
And what's the response to that in Chi? Medas.
Medas.
Okay.
I forgot.
So that's thank you. So we are now in the office of Shirley Graham Dubois, the second wife of Dr. Dubois. All right, here we have Nina Goma, the first wife of Dr. Dubois. With Nina Goma, they got married for 54 years with 2 kids, the boy and the girl. She was a student of Dr. Dubois at Wilberforce University, so he got married with the student. She died due to stroke and depression from the 18 months lost kid, Junior Baggett. A year after her death, got married with Shirley Graham. They got married for 14 years. Had no kids, but Shirley had 2 kids from the first marriage. They were David and Robert. So Dr. Dubois adopted the second kid, David, and named him David Graham Dubois. Whilst they were getting married, Dr. Dubois was at the age of 83, and Shirley was at the age of 54. So he was 29 older than Shirley whilst they got married. Because this is Shirley's room, we dedicated this room to all female warriors, activists who helped fight for our rights and our freedom. So we normally call this room the ladies' room or the female room. We use this room to honor ladies. And most of these ladies here went into slavery, fought, and brought people out of slavery. Right here on that wall, we have the first lady to go to space, the wife of Marcus Garvey, the lady who gained Jamaicans independence, and others as well. Beneath the pictures are some brief histories we have about them. You can read, take pictures, and ask questions.
I just visited the home of Mama Winnie.
Okay,
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
2 days ago. Yeah.
Wow, you were just in South Africa.
I was 2 days ago. Yeah.
Wow, man, okay. How was that experience? Like, how was the people and so
Well,
forth?
the people are great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Cape Town and Johannesburg are different. Very, very different places. Yeah.
Mm.
It's much more white and segregated in Cape Town.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really want to go there because I don't want to be around that. The whole point to come here is to get away from that.
Yeah.
And so when I
It's
read
still
about South
good
Africa, I'm like,
culture.
well,
It's still good culture. You just have
Yeah.
to look for the right places.
right.
Johannesburg's very like urban. It's a big city, but there's lots of great things. Soweto, I was there yesterday, and
Mm.
it's like my favorite part.
Gotcha.
It has a bad rep, I guess. It's a bit like bad neighborhoods in the U.S. If you hear about it on the news, you don't go there. But
You said
It's
Cape
actually-
Town's the one that's segregated.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the place where apartheid was founded,
Okay.
and a lot of Nazis moved there after the Second World War.
Yeah, like Argentina, places
Yeah,
like
and they
that.
helped to found the apartheid regime. So
Right.
it's like a big white nationalist center of the country.
Okay.
So, but it's still beautiful naturally.
Yeah, I
There's
bet.
lots of beaches, of course,
Okay.
and nature.
I was thinking about Botswana because I know it's like north of there, but they kind of like they focus on building up the economy and so forth. And like it's not much there, but it reminds me kind of like Costa Rica, Africa, you know, in the sense of what the people focus on.
I'm going to Senegal after this. Well, Abidjan first for work, and then Senegal.
Okay.
West
They are
Africa.
trying to travel around the sea.
Yeah, see different places.
This one, what do you think about her? About what she says here?
Okay, that's Tupac Shakur's auntie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell what I think about it.
Yeah, because I think like when people come here, they go to the slave castle, they go to all these places, and when she said at the end of that
Okay.
paragraph, it just
Okay.
it's like a perfect way of saying it. It just summarizes everything from the 1700s, 1600s to now, and even with the people she's directing it to.
Okay, I've not read much about it, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
I don't have broad info about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
and then she's
heard
still alive in Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a walk that people do on tours for the castles, and I heard that some piece of that walk is reserved only for Black people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like white tourists, they don't take them there
Okay.
because it's a place of mourning.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So,
You gonna go on that?
I don't know. I have to look and see if they'll take me there. But it's like a river walk thing. You end there,
Mhm.
and it's supposed to be memorable and story. Yeah.
Okay. But for now, the Super Istanbul Castle is closed. So I'm not sure.
Ah, which one?
The Super Istanbul Castle.
Oh, it's closed.
Yes, it's closed.
I think I heard that actually. Is it construction?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what was going on with Kwame, where he in 1965 he had to go on hiding? You said that
He was
let him hide.
overthrown, yes.
What
There
happened?
was a coup d'etat, so he was overthrown.
Oh, okay.
So he went to Guinea and became the co-president of Guinea.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Did he ever finish the dam that he was building?
Yes, we see that.
He did.
Yes,
Many
he
years
did,
later,
yes.
right? Yeah.
So
On the
when,
Volta River.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay.
so when Shirley came to Ghana, she became the director of GBC. That's the first director of GBC.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this Ghana made radio. By then it has only 3 radio stations, GBC 1, GBC 2, and GBC 3.
Mhm.
GBC 1 was for Ghana, GBC 2 was for the African continent, and GBC 3 was for the whole world. So while Shirley will be working, Dr. Dubois will be listening to the wire through this radio. And we have this colored with the initials of Dr. Dubois, just like the word.
Where are the initials? Right.
Just like the spider web.
Oh, okay. Oh, like the spider web.
Yes. If no questions, we are heading to the bedroom of Dr. Dubois.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
University.
As a Pan-Africanist, did he have a lot of close relationships with other countries'
Yes,
presidents?
it is. Yes.
Yeah.
The bedroom of Dr. Dubois, the same place he died. He died right in this room on the 27th August 1963. And guess what? It was the day before the march held in Washington.
Mm.
So he died the day before the Freedom Day.
And he went to Harvard.
So this was the robe he wore when he was being honored by the University of Ghana, Legon, and the robe of him being the first black man to obtain PhD at Harvard University. Because he believed in communism and China believed in communism, on his 91st birthday, he celebrated his birthday in China. He received 4 gifts, of which 3 are still in existence. We have them in this room, but 1 is still. So we have these 2 scrolls right here. And translation in English says, a credit to colored races, you are a shining example. Winning universal admiration, committed to world peace. You are riding the east wind, enjoying happy longevity. We have the second gift right here this way. We have this cane right here, the cane we saw in the picture.
Okay.
We have this embroidery which describes and tells the tributes they see in Dr. Dubois. So we have his gray as old age, the cane as leadership, the scroll as wisdom, the fruit as charity, and the deer as peace. And the 4th gift, which is no more in existence, is that his birthday was celebrated in China as a holiday.
Oh wow.
So imagine yourself coming from another country. Whilst your birthday was celebrated in another country as a holiday. It shows who you truly are. We have his traveling bags, his packing bags, but I call this his books bags because his books were traveled by sea. He had to line them with a foam in case any water should get in touch, it won't affect the books.
Books are heavy.
Yes. We have an impression of the working closet right there. Can go in and back.
It's quite a big closet. His wife.
Yes. We have notes, letters, and diaries of Dr. Dubois.
So he was only here for, you said,
2 years. I shall leave you for 5.
and how many years into coming to his presidency is this?
Ghana came to the last in 1957 to no part of the so because he came to Ghana the year 1961.
Okay.
like
And he was overthrown when?
1966.
And so, was there like any political, like, what was they just wanted to take control, or like, what was they didn't like his policies, or?
Yeah, because definitely no one will like,
We don't
not
need for a little
everyone
bit.
will, yes, will
Okay.
like everything. So there was just a coup.
Okay.
That's what happened.
I noticed that when I hear about a lot of African countries that happens, particularly in Sub-Saharan, well, really all over. Why is that normally just the case? It's just a matter of just policies and ideology, and that's literally it. Because like he wasn't in that long. It depends, I guess. Yeah.
Just that him.
So a lot of African countries have some communist
Communist
past.
background, yes.
I wonder what moved them toward democracy then, because communism was very popular, it seems.
It wasn't that popular.
No? Oh, okay.
So we get to meet his family and friends, lettered from A to E. So picture A, that's the father of Dr. Dubois, that's Alfred. Picture B, we have the mother of Dr. Dubois, that's Mary. The baby they are holding is Dr. Dubois himself, and the girl next to the mother is the cousin. Picture C is not a girl, but Dr. Dubois at the age of 4 years. Picture D, we have a picture he took with his friends at Great Barrington High School. Picture E, Nina Goma, the first wife. Junior Berger, the kid who died only 18 months after birth, and Dr. Dubois himself.
And was his second wife also American?
No.
No.
So right here we have the main reason he came to Ghana, to come edit the Encyclopedia Africana Dictionary of African Biography, to tell our histories, what we have, what we can use our resources to gain what we want, for all descendants to come as one, fight for our rights and our freedom. We learned he was supposed to complete 10 to 20 volumes of this encyclopedia. Unfortunately, with the 2 years in Ghana and due to health issues, he had the chance to complete these 3 volumes. So we have volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3, all talking about histories of other countries. So he was from another country, but he studied history, resources, lifestyles of other countries, and he wrote about it. He wrote about 8 African countries.
Man, I see you talking about Ethiopia and
Yeah,
Malik the
Ethiopia,
second. Yeah,
Ghana,
From-
Sierra Leone, sorry.
yeah.
I actually do
That was
think-
crazy.
Yes.
Just Malik, what he did, how he was able to
How
stave
he
off
did.
the imperialism during that time.
I think he's considered a founding father of anthropology as well. Yeah. Even though he wasn't actually an anthropologist.
Okay. So yeah, please head into his seminar hall. We go to the guest room, then we head to the gravesite where he was buried.
Okay.
But before that, let's check where he was taking his bath. I'll go inside the bathroom, so you can tell it's low, easy to go in but difficult to come out. Imagine at the age of 93 to 95, how he was going in and coming out. It shows he's truly a strong man. Because not everyone can easily go in, even at their early 80s or early 70s.
Wow. Barack Obama. Not Obama. That's a lot.
Being the president, former president, I was like, that hurts. But I want my body back to Ghana, freedom.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
you were Ghana for, I think, about 24 years.
24 years?
Yes.
Wow. You look like you a serious dude. You wasn't playing around.
Like, it was a military regime that started, came in as military.
Yeah, I could tell. Just you could tell, like, you know.
Later on, turn to constitution and go to election and win. That's all. Just died, I think, 2 years ago.
He's very significant. Yeah.
So we have the seminar hall of Dr. Dubois, a seminar hall with a stage. Why the stage? Because surely she was a poet, a playwright, and a poem writer. When the plays have been written, it's been acted on the stage. We divided this room into two parts. We have this walls for civil rights and Pan-African leaders, and this walls has been dedicated to presidents and prime ministers who helped to fight for our rights, our freedom in our country. Right here we have Jerry John Rawlings. He was an ex-president. He was a military man when he came to power, and he's the main reason Dr. Dubois is buried in this house. At first, Dr. Dubois was buried at the Osu Christian War Castle, but they weren't allowing people to go and visit. When he came to power, he brought the body into this house.
He was the last emperor of Ethiopia, yeah?
Yes. Because we are in the rooms of the Pan-African leaders, we decided to bring the Pan-African flag here,
Nice.
which most of the African countries have at least one, two. Others even have all the three in their flag. The red simplifies the blood our forefathers shed to fight for our rights and our freedom. The black are people, and the green are vegetations in our land.
Powerful. It is.
When Dr. Dubois was coming to Ghana, he came along with some samples. Came with a soil sample from his hometown, Great Barrington at Massachusetts. Came with water and a soil sample from where he buried his first wife with two kids. He says with this, so he used it to console himself anytime he misses his family. There's no need for him to travel forth and back, so he came along with the soil. With the water, normally Africans believe when a person is going to die, the person should at least taste water, because we don't know how far the gravesite is. We also believe in reincarnation, so you don't know when the person is going to meet its next family. He believed in that, made the request, but unfortunately he died in his sleep, so the water wasn't able to be given to him. So we have it. Among the walls of the president and the prime ministers, we have the first female to become president among the African continent. That's Ellen Johnson. She's the first female to become president among the African continent.
Tanzania, that's the only one that's a female right now, right? Yeah, she was in America like last year. She was working with Joe Biden to try to, bring out tourism to Tanzania. Yeah. So, do you find that a lot of governments, they tend to work with like America to bring tourism to the country? You find a lot?
Yes.
Because I was talking to one of the other tour guys. He was telling me that like America, they finance Ghana a lot,
Ghana,
like with
yes.
the embassy that we drove past, and they also do a lot of other stuff as well. Right?
Most of them
And just recently, December became the tourist
yes.
height peak, right? Because of all the music festivals.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think American musicians are bringing
Yes,
some of
they
that
also
to
bring it
Ghana.
in.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that one where they had was it Kendall? I think Kendall Lamar was there. It was on January
Yeah,
6th. I missed it. I was
Afrochella.
like, oh man,
Afrochella.
yeah.
Yeah, they had like 3 or 4 actually in December, I think. Yeah.
So it's Afro Nation, Afrochella.
And then Chance the Rapper has another one.
Chance the Rapper, yeah.
Black Star or something, right? Yeah.
So before the death of Dr. Dubois, he left a last statement to the world. And it says, always, I have been uplifted by the thought that what I have done well will live long and justify my life. That what I have done ill or never finished can now be handed on to others endlessly while I rest. One thing alone I charge you, live and believe in life. Always human being will live and progress to greater, broader and fuller life. The only possible death is to lose belief in this truth, simply because the greater end comes slowly, because time is long. First of all, he said he did well, but later he came down and said he did, but never finished. It should be handed on to the next generations to be finished. Who are those next generations? We are, but have we thought of starting? Have we started? It's just like a race, the baton has been handed over to you. Are you going to sit back and cross your hands for someone else to take victory? Or we are going to run for freedom? He said life is long, but you believe time is long. He left plans, he left legacies. So even though he's no more, they are still living. When we are no more, what are people going to say about us? He says live and believe in life. If you are living and you don't believe in life, it means you are just a walking dead. What legacies, what plans are we leaving for the younger generations? Are we going to leave what was left for us by our forefathers? We are trying to build something new, something better for them to have a brighter future.
Yes. Amen.
If no questions, you are please head into the guest room of Dr. Dubois.
Okay.
You know this man?
Yes, Gaddafi, especially what he
Yes, sir.
did with the money. Oh, Nelson Mandela, of course.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I was looking for him.
Who?
Right there.
Oh, he's on
Yeah, Gaddafi was the thing about doing, like that was powerful. Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of people here, a lot of presidents.
Yeah. Can we film here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Alright. Huh.
Are we one of the first groups?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
So right here, this room was once the guest room of Dr. Dubois. And because he is a man of education, he stood for education, this place has been turned into a public library. We have 3,500 plus books here, like science, novels, history, autobiography. Please feel free to come around at your leisure time and read any book of your choice. This place operates from Mondays to Saturdays, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on holidays, it's from 10 to 3. We have these books for kids for them to know their leaders and their masters as well.
Nice.
Can people know that there's a library here?
Yes,
Can-
they do.
Yes.
Uncle Martin. Uncle Malcolm. I like that.
And is there anyone who's going to take up his work? Or any academics who have tried?
We'll be taking over.
I think you were doing that. Yes, you were doing that.
Okay. I've signed up to become a person. Oh, sorry, that was hard. This way. Yes.
That's it.
So is it the rainy? It's not the rainy season, right? It's summer.
No, no.
Yeah.
The rainy season is huge, right?
But you don't get rain in summer.
No. This one is for my time season.
Okay.
Now, you can't film here, right?
Oh, you can.
You can't. Okay. I thought it was another room. Okay.
No, it was the best.
Just the bedroom.
Take a house.
House Lassie.
So we have the final resting place of
Like,
Dr.
yeah.
Dubois.
I'm a king, so this season.
We have him right here.
Ah,
please.
nice.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Everybody's. Oh, wow.
We have the final resting place of Dr. Dubois. We have him right here. And in this box, we have the ashes of Shelley from China. When she left Ghana, she went to Germany, France, Tanzania. Back to Ghana when Nkrumah died. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. Went to China for treatment and never returned. She died in China. But before her death, she made a request that anytime or anywhere she passes out, her body or ashes should be brought back to Ghana. Because when they came to Ghana, they obtained Ghanaian citizenship. They were Ghanaians when they died. She wanted to be buried home and next to the husband, so we have it here. The camps and the flags you have here are the schools they attended and the schools he taught. We also have pictures of state burials given to him on his burial day. So please lift your head. The roof, what does it tell?
The web.
The web.
Yeah.
So we say Dr. Dubois was like a spider, because the spider that built a web. And it built a web to protect itself. Dr. Dubois was connecting one African country to other to fight for their rights, their freedom, and their country. Sometimes you might see the web, but you won't see the spider. But it tells you there was a spider here. Just like Dr. Dubois, anywhere he goes, anywhere he pays a visit, he makes sure to leave a trace, a legacy, something for remembrance. And we don't only celebrate him here in Ghana, but other countries do celebrate him as well. And his message to you today is to tell you, even though your initials doesn't sit like a web, you can still be a spider. Not the bad ones that when people see you, they'll run, but the good ones that even when they hear of you, they'll get closer. Even if you can't start at large, you help by starting small. You create a peaceful home and a peaceful country for the younger ones who are coming to have a peaceful place to live. Not to forget to leave a legacy for something small for the younger ones. A start at least can give them a brighter future. Any questions?
I like it. To a brighter future.
I recognize a lot of the names of universities.
Okay.
Historical Black College.
Yes, he went to FIX. He did a bachelor's in FIX. First black man to obtain PhD at Harvard.
Yeah.
He taught at Howard, taught at Clark, and Shelley went to Oakland.
Okay, which is in Ohio, which is
Yes.
her home state. Yeah.
He was the Alpha too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Howard, yeah. Oh, wow.
He taught
I've been to a lot of good places too.
places.
Yeah. I recruit those students for my organization.
So if no questions, end of our talk. Thanks for coming. And
Thank
it's
you.
our great pleasure having you here today.
Thank
Very
you.
Nice meeting. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So before you leave, this is the new plan we have for the museum. We are trying to build something big and something large. So please, donations are acceptable. We
Okay.
also accept donations, which is to help the center before the new one is being built.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.